Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacob Zire, and today I want to talk to you about a really it's kind of a controversial topic. Nothing bad or anything, but it's just something that could raise a lot of argument. Okay. The topic today is: should I, who is a 20-year-old male, have this toy animal who's really cute, which is a cute blue bunny, which I got at a festival for 30 tickets, sorry. What I'm just kind of wondering is just kind of like the age limits of, to have, to play with toys. In my most frank opinion, I don't think that you're ever too old to play with toys. As long as you do it in an appropriate setting. I mean, that is if you're, I guess, older than, 12. Because I stopped playing with toys mainly when I turned 13. Or maybe it was, when I was about earlier when I was 14, I still played with, these stuffed animals. And this toy animal, I like to call him Buddy, Yeah, I just think it's a cutesy name. But the main reason why I keep these kind of toys is, for one thing, it's because it's to kind of relive being a little kid. I feel like I'm 6 years old again. But another reason goes along with the reason is because I feel like it just makes me almost like trying to be a better, more mature person versus someone who, because, there are still, some really, there are, some creepy people out there who actually possess these toys, they're like really weird people out there. But I'm just saying, for the majority of people who actually have toys, they're good people. But there are a few people in this world who are actually very bad people, who actually have, these kind of toys in the sense that they're being really greedy and also are, convicts and whatnot. But the thing is, when people have toys like these, I think it's actually sort of like to comfort them. Yeah, I since I got this, I brought it with me to sleep in my bed. And I also, but I also think it's actually a really, cutesy little thing. I talk to it, it's almost like having an imaginary friend. Now, don't worry, I'm not schizophrenic. I'm not demented or anything. I am very sound-minded. Trust me, very sound. And sometimes I do think that, but nothing related to the toys themselves. But I know people are gonna say that I'm acting very cute or acting like a complete dummy, but I don't care. I know that the majority of adults, in today's society seem to think that these toys are just for children. But how? I can understand. There's some toys that I actually see, something like those Sesame Street toys, and I think that they're very kiddie. But for something like this, it's not so kiddie in my opinion. It's almost like having an ordinary teddy bear. It's thing probably for all ages, even if you're like an old grandma who has this. It actually makes them dear. It's almost like the innocence and kindness of being a human being is having some sort of toy in his or her own possession. Now, but the debate that raises is, as I, who am 20 years old, should I keep this? Because, the thing is, I really like this. It's almost like something that kind of brings back being a little kid at all. I can't just, give up something that I treasure. I know it's something that I got really recently, but, I think that as long as I bought it and stuff like that and own it, I know that most people may look at me strangely and stuff like that, but well, then that's their problem. But I, for one, believe that as long as I am very responsible for this cutesy toy, that, and making the right choices, because obviously I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to take it to a restaurant. I'm not going to take it to work. I'm not going to take it to any place that's public, only at home. And to share it with certain friends, such as, not all my friends, but just some of them when appropriate. And if they're okay with that. Because not everyone's going to feel comfortable with something that you like that they may not. I mean, but I also think of this as like, to cover me, because I don't really have that many friends in all honesty. I only have really few. And this is almost like, I know for a fact that this is an inanimate object. I'm not saying it's real. It's a friend of mine. I know in reality it is not real, but in theory I believe that, it is sort of like a real person.
I know one. My name was Bunny.
Yeah, I'm not a very good ventriloquist, but if you think about ventriloquists, with their puppets, kind of like Edgar Bergen with Charlie McCarthy, for instance. Those are kind of like his only friends, but people ridiculed him. But he's, but by being a ventriloquist, that's basically one of the things that got him really famous. And, to entertain people, not just younger children, but, like, even adults. Even people who are, like, in their 70s or whatnot, or 70s and 80s who grew up with, with these, puppets since they were little kids. And preteens. What I'm just trying to say is what I believe is that you're never too old to play with toys. As long as you don't act too obsessed with them, which I don't. I only use these toys, it's not like when I was like about 6 where I used them all the time, like obsessed with them. No. I only use them, just quite, subtly. Just sort of not as much. So, you know what I mean? I think you pretty much do. But anyways, have a nice day. But I still want to hear your opinion whether or not how old is too old to play with toys. Because personally, I think it should be for all ages within reason. Even if you're like 6 years old, it's one thing to bring it everywhere you go. But as a 20-year-old, no, not so much. It's something that you should probably, keep at home, just somewhere around your house. But it's not a good idea to really bring it to you as a public, to bring with you in public. Put it into your shopping cart. I don't think so. That's where I need to draw the line. You understand? Hopefully. But anyways, that's all I want to see. So please rate, comment, and subscribe. See ya.